stop getting denied for business credit cards. Look, if you've ever applied for a business credit card and been denied, you know it doesn't feel very good. And we need to stop that from happening. So in order to stop that from happening, we have to dig in and figure out exactly why you've been denied and then fix some really simple things so you can turn around and get approved. And in this training, that's exactly what we're gonna do. I'm gonna teach you how to stop getting denied for business credit cards. I'm gonna give you the insider secrets that lenders won't tell you about on exactly what they're looking for to determine your approval. And we're gonna make some very simple, easy tweaks that can be done quickly and easily to turn around and go from denial to approval. We got a lot to cover, so let's dive in. Have you ever been denied for a business credit card? Well, if you have, you already know it doesn't feel very good, right? The feeling of rejection is something I've never been able to get used to in my life, especially when it comes to getting capital that I need to grow my business. But here's the great news. The vast majority of denials for business credit cards happen because of really simple things that you can easily fix. And even if you can't fix simple things to turn a denial into approval, then all you have to do is just change where you're looking to get money. There's a lot of places that will overcome whatever weakness you may have that got you denied. And during this training, I'm going to decode both of these. We're going to look at the simple, easy things to fix to turn denials into approvals. Then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to look at alternative solutions that can work for you, even if business credit cards won't. So let's start right with the beginning. What typically gets you denied? This is shocking. A lot of business owners think that the reason they get denied for business credit cards is because their personal credit is bad, because they don't have enough time in business, because they don't have enough revenue. But surprisingly, more than half of all applications are not denied for these reasons at all. They're denied for simple credibility reasons for your business. Now, lenders and credit issuers call this fundability. And fundability just basically is your ability to get money from lenders and credit issuers. It's how fundable, it's how lendable, it's how credible your business really is. So some simple, easy things that you can change that typically get business owners denied are this. First of all, one of the biggest reasons business owners get denied is what's on their application doesn't match what's with their Secretary of State. It's such a simple fix. And over 90% of business owners we talk to have the same problem. So pull up your Secretary of State records. Does it have the correct spelling of your business? Is the address correct? Is the phone number? Is the email? Is the website? Is all the information there right? And does it match what's on the application? If not, fix that one thing. Look, we had these clients the samples, and this is one thing they fixed. They went from getting denied for an American Express card to fixing one thing, updating their Secretary of State record, and they turned around and got a no-limit Amex card. I can give you hundreds of examples of this exact same situation where just updating Secretary of State records and making it match the application is one of the one things and only things that was changed for approval. Why is it? Because the first thing lenders and credit issuers are looking at is that you are a real business, that the business applying is not fraud. The majority of applications they see aren't even real, they're fraudulent. So the very first thing they do to validate you as the applicant, they go to Secretary of State to see if they can find that the business actually exists. And if the business applying doesn't have the same data as what they find on Secretary of State, they can't guarantee that that's a match, and therefore oftentimes they think the applicant, you, is actually committing fraud by applying. We don't want to get caught in this fraud trap. So we need to make sure that the information on our Secretary of State, on our website, on our social media pages, everywhere that our business is listed online is congruent, that it's the same. This congruency is essential to get out of the fraud trap and turn the majority of denials into approvals. Now, beyond getting caught in the fraud trap, we also need to have basic credibility. We want to stay away from mobile phones and home phone numbers as our business phone, and we want to get a separate phone number for our business. We want to stay away from P.O. boxes, UPS addresses, and home addresses, and we want to get a separate address for our business. We want to make sure we have a website and an email address to reflect that we're credible. If we can get a business license in our county, in our state, or even in our industry, we want to get one. It adds more credibility. We want to have a separate business bank account, oftentimes a merchant account, to show that we have the ability to accept credit cards from our customers. And again, we got to make sure that all of our information listed online is congruent to the information on the application. If we've done this, we got out of the fraud trap, we've shown that we're a credible, legitimate, and credible business, and now business lenders and credit issuers want to issue that business credit card that they once were adamant to issue. So all we've got to do is make sure we've got this fundability in line, make sure that we're congruent, and that's the first way to turn denials into approvals when it comes to business credit cards. Now, if we've done this, we want to dig a little bit deeper into qualification. If we're applying for business credit cards, do we have any business credit established? Oftentimes, credit issuers want to make sure the business itself can pay its bills if we're applying for a credit to run the business. A business credit report with Dun & Bradstreet Equifax Experian shows that we have that history. So we want to focus on some steps to establish business credit with Dun & Bradstreet Equifax Experian. We want to get a DUNS number with Dun & Bradstreet. We want to have at least one account reporting to Experian and Equifax that we pay as agreed. We want to have at least 3 accounts reporting to Dun & Bradstreet that reflect that we pay as agreed. This goes a long way to helping us get approved. If we don't have that, well, then personal credit scores become even more important. So then we want to work on having good personal credit, doing whatever's needed to improve our personal credit scores, especially if our business credit is bad. And look, if you don't have business credit established and have damaged personal credit, work on fixing both. There's plenty of professional companies out there that can help you fix personal credit while at the exact same time you're building business credit. And all of these make it easier for you to get business credit cards issued. And of course, as your business starts to accumulate more and more cash flow, more and more revenue, that in itself goes a long way to helping you get approved for more business credit cards. Now, let's say you can't get approved. Well, then we want to look at easier financing to get. Look, a lot of business credit cards from Chase, Barclays Bank, the other major banks out there require good personal credit to get approved. And if you don't have good personal credit, then you're looking at a subprime type business credit card like a Capital One Spark card. And if your credit's not even good enough to qualify there, well, then you might not be able to qualify for a lot of guaranteed, personally guaranteed credit cards. Now, again, another reason we want to build business credit, because we can build business credit and get hundreds of thousands, or in our client's case, even millions of dollars in credit using business credit. And again, the benefit here is we can get all of that credit without a personal guarantee and without a personal credit check. So if our personal credit's really damaged and we're trying to apply for these major credit cards and still not able to get approved, then we want to shift and we want to start building business credit and using the credit that we're building for the business as the way to actually get approved. Now, let's not forget about all other types of financing out there that are way easier to get. If we have some kind of asset that can be served up as collateral, inventory, equipment, stocks, bonds, 401ks, IRAs, any of these can be used to qualify us, and we can typically get really low interest rate credit lines even if our personal credit's bad, even if we don't have any cash flow. Speaking of cash flow, maybe we have cash flow. If we've got 6 months or more worth of cash flow, that opens up PayPal, Square, Stripe financing. It opens up merchant cash advances, revenue lending, cash flow financing, credit lines at places like Bluevine and Fundbox. The bottom line is that if we're not able to get business credit cards, we may be able to get loans or credit lines using our cash flow to qualify, or even using collateral to qualify as well. So don't forget, we've got to make sure that our business is set up where it's fundable, where our information is congruent, where we stay out of the fraud trap. We also want to make sure that we focus on the strengths of our business. Maybe it's cash flow. Maybe we have good personal credit. Maybe we've established business credit. Maybe we have collateral, and those strengths can also open up funding opportunities for us as well. Want to know more about getting approved? Check out the link in the description of this video and grab our guide on 27 killer ways to get money to grow your business. And while you're there, check out the link to schedule a free assessment with our team. Our team can look at the fundability issues that are actually causing you to get denied and give you advice on what to fix so you can get approved. We'll also help you get your business credit reports, review those with you, even give you tips and tactics at no cost to build your business credit, and we'll tell you all the financing you're able to get approved for right now. It all is 100% for free through a finance assessment. Check out the link in the description to make sure you get access. And by the way, if you got value from this training, make sure you like and subscribe. And on YouTube, click the little bell beside the subscribe button to be notified when we go live so you can get more information on getting the money you need to start and grow your business.